Hi Leo neighborinos. I hope you're well. My name is Diane and this is Madam Butterfly Tarot, and this is a little quick pick a card. Well, I don't know how quick today's going to be because they gave me a lot of cards and I just took them, so it might be a little longer than usual today. But this is for Friday. Yay! Happy Friday! Friday the 19th of March, but obviously it's a timeless reading, you know. So now that I got myself out of the way, pile number 1 is the Moonstone, pile number 2 is the Amethyst, and pile number 3 is the Blue Apatite. Also remember, today is a new moon, so if you're feeling a little like emotional or tired or whatever, that might be what it is. Always gets me. Okay, so move that out of the way. And pile number 2, and we'll start with pile number 1, the Moonstone. Okay, so you guys have, your first card is the Hummingbird, cheer up. So maybe you're feeling a little blue today. You have the Page of Swords. Okay, so I can already tell that the reason that you're feeling blue is that you're waiting on something coming that's been delayed, okay? But it is coming, a new start is coming. So they're saying cheer up. Okay, because the new start is coming. Whatever this is you've been waiting for, you have take time to breathe out. So use this time that you've got at the moment just to kind of rest. And also, like, I know it sounds silly, but like actually remember to, like, you know, if you're getting stressed out or emotional, remember to focus on your breathing, because it really does help. You know, because sometimes you don't realize, but you've been like holding your breath or whatever. But this kind of makes me think of the Four of Swords. So, you know, take this time while you're waiting for this thing to come in, like just rest. Or maybe they're saying they were giving you some time to rest, like time to breathe, before this new start came in. Okay. So you have the you have the 8 of Wands and the 9 of Wands in reverse. Okay, the reason that this has been delayed, whatever this is that you're looking for here, whatever this new start is, someone here, I'm going to say you, and if it's someone else, you just make it someone else, okay? But the 9 of Wands, it's like a little bit of suspicion, like a little bit of, you know, you've been hurt in the past, you're suspicious of what's coming, and I feel that once you release that, then it's going to come really shooting in very fast with the 8 of Wands, like so fast that actually it might take your breath away a little bit. Okay, so this is something that you've been working on at the moment, this like releasing, you know, suspicions, you know, being like, oh, like I was hurt in the past, I don't want to get hurt again. Yep, look, you have the 7 of Wands. It's all, the 7 of Wands is all about being a little defensive. Okay, this is a new love, I think you're waiting to come in. Because you have a new start is coming that could not be more perfect. You have the 6 of Cups, which is usually a past love, the 10 of Swords, which is like something, a tricky ending or being stabbed in the back by someone, and then you have the Page of Cups, which represents someone new, a new love. That could be a Pisces or a younger water sign, but they don't have to be. The Page of Cups just represents like a new person coming in. So it could be that Spirit has been waiting for you also to release this past person, but if you've already done that, it might be more about like releasing what they did to you, because the 10 of Swords is often a card of, like I said, betrayal, being stabbed in the back, you know, a difficult ending, which is why you were suspicious of this new person, which is why your guard has been up, okay? But I feel that this is what's happening at the moment, because that 9 of Wands is in reverse. So you're obviously not feeling like this anymore. You know, you're obviously over it. But I think they're maybe just giving you a little bit of time now just to breathe, because I think this new person might come in very fast when you're not expecting it. Okay. You also have the Wealthy Man. So that could be an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this person may have money. Or they may be very stable. Ooh, you have marriage. You have change, which is like the little cart being loaded up, you see, it's like somebody moving house. Oh, ooh, you have courthouse, false person, and courtship. So you're gonna have to take this as it resonates. This could be you. There's definitely this person coming in. Sorry about the fuzziness. There's someone coming in that, like I said, they could be an earth sign, or they could just be like very good with their money, very grounded, very balanced. I think they probably have, you know, enough money. I would say that. This is not someone that's going to be mooching off you. This could, someone here, a marriage ended, okay, or a long-term commitment ended. So this is the courtship with the new person here, okay, that's definitely happening. But you also have this marriage, you have someone moving out here, you have courthouse, and you have false person. So you're gonna have to take it as it resonates. This new person, I'm gonna say, was in a shitty marriage with a false person. They moved out and there's some kind of divorce or like settlement that they've been dealing with, okay? I also feel like you have been healing from a past connection, but that thing about the divorce could also, that could be you instead of your new person. But you definitely have a new person coming in, and I actually think they're going to come in quite fast, okay? So this is the time that Spirit is giving you to like breathe out. So just enjoy it. You know what I mean? Just enjoy it. Because they are coming. But yeah, that's your message, pile number 1. I hope it resonated with you. And you found it useful. Many thanks for watching. What was I trying to say? It's the new moon turns me into an idiot. Yes, and also, you know, as always, I wish you many blessings. Love and light. Pile number 2, you have the amethyst. Okay, so you guys have the butterfly. Ooh, big changes are happening. You have the swan. You are beautiful just as you are. Okay, I can already see what this is. There's something here, it's like you're coming out of your chrysalis, but this is a pile for someone. It doesn't necessarily have to be about your appearance, but I'm going to mention that some of you in this pile have suffered from low self-esteem, and you didn't see how like gorgeous you were before, okay? But for some of you, there's like a general low self-esteem with this pile that you've been working through. Like you may have been in hermit mode while you were working through this. There was something from your past that made you feel like lack of worth, like you're not worthy, okay? I feel like in terms of your appearance, but I feel like in terms of other things. You know, because maybe you've always felt like you had to sort of hide who you are in order to please other people, right? And maybe also, I've got more cards here, but you may have felt like you never belonged. Because you know, with the swan, they're putting the story in my head, you know, of the ugly duckling. You know that story, there's like this ugly duckling that, you know, all the other, I can't remember the exact story, but it's like all the other ducklings are, they look a certain way and they act a certain way, and they can swim really well. And then there's this other little duckling who doesn't look like the rest of them, and it doesn't swim well or something, and it doesn't fit in, and none of the rest of the ducks like him. But then it turns out he was adopted and he's not a duck at all, but he's a swan. So I feel like that's kind of what you're coming to terms with. Like you may have kind of spent your whole life trying to fit in with the ducks, but you're realizing now like, oh, I don't fit in with those people because I'm not supposed to be there. Like I'm a swan. That's why it didn't work. Like that's why I haven't fitted in anywhere before. It's because I'm trying to fit in with ducks when I should be with the swans. Do you know what I mean? Okay, you also have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, see? And you have another butterfly, clarity of belief. So the Ace of Swords talks about like a mental breakthrough, which I feel is what you have. This is all about seeing your own worth and finally, I want to say finally, feeling good enough. Finally seeing your own worth. not like shrinking to fit into places you don't belong, not dimming your light to fit in with people. It's like just letting yourself be yourself. And now I think because you've done that, there's like a huge block being removed for you in terms of your whole life, you know, because you're not hiding yourself anymore. You also have the Four of Swords and the Five of Swords. Oh, I like it when they do this. So the Four of Swords talks about, you know, you may well have been in like your hermit mode, or like a phase where you weren't going out and you weren't dating and you didn't have a lot of friends. But I feel like there's some kind of insight. I feel like this is maybe like a hermit phase because of the butterflies. It's like coming out of the chrysalis, right? There's also a dragonfly here. That may be relevant for some of you. That might be your spirit animal. Or you might want to look up the meaning of that. Yeah, because the dragonfly is about seeing through illusion into truth. So I feel like you're finally seeing yourself as you truly are. And it's going to open up so many doors for you, pile 2. So you're coming out of this hermit phase, but you needed to be in this so you could see who you really are. And see, with the Five of Swords, you're releasing, you know, the Five of Swords, this card talks about cutting etheric cords. So you might actually be, this time that you spent by yourself in hermit mode, you may have found that you had to cut a lot of cords with people. Okay, because when you were in this phase of like not seeing your own worth, there's always people who are going to take advantage of that. Okay, like always, you know, like, oh cool, like this person like doesn't see their own worth, I can use them to aggrandize myself. Cool, like I can put them down and like I can make them feel bad, and like, yeah, like they'll do anything for my validation. Woohoo, I can use this person, right? So you may have, just for an example, you know, you may have had to, like during this phase, cut some cords with people. You also have, you got the Five of Wands in reverse, the Five of Cups in reverse, and you have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So this, again, I feel like there's been some kind of phase here, like the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like it's a hermit phase, because the Seven of Pentacles talks about ending one phase in your life, but not being quite ready to start the next one. It's almost like a resting phase, like the Four of Swords. Right? But it's in reverse, so you're coming out of this phase now. So get ready for things to start happening, pile 2. You also have the Five of Wands and the Five of Cups. See, I feel like there was maybe some sadness that put you in this hermit phase in the first place, because the Four of Swords obviously follows the Three of Swords, which is a heartbreak. So it could have been a particular heartbreak, or just like a sad event, a sad event. But you're not sad anymore. Because you're seeing like, oh, like this had to happen so I could go into my hermit phase, so I could realize this about myself. I also feel like with the Five of Wands in reverse, you've always fought who you are. It's like you always tried to like change yourself and like squash yourself into like little boxes to please other people, but you're not supposed to fit in those boxes. You're supposed to be a swan, right? Like you're not one of the ducklings, you're a swan. That's why you never fitted in before. You also have mature women and thoughts. This is only going to resonate for some of you, okay? But there may have been something about a particularly influential, like older mother or grandmother or sister figure in your life that caused these feelings about yourself. You know, you may have been thinking about this a lot, this older woman. So that could be the person that you're kind of like, you may have needed to be in hermit mode to see that this like only for some of you, and only take it if it resonates, okay? Don't bite my head off in the comments. If it doesn't resonate, it's not for you. But for some of you, there may have been like an older woman or a mature woman that made you feel worthless, or made you feel like you weren't good enough, or something like that. And I think you've been thinking about that a lot, and you may have had this realization that this is the person that's caused a lot of this shame or like feelings of lack of worth in your life, and you may be recently, or you may have during your hermit phase, chosen to cut this person off, okay? So I'm going to leave that there, pile number 2. That was your message. I hope you found it useful. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I wish you many, many blessings, love and light. Take care. And pile number 3, you were the blue appetite. These are some chunky piles today. Okay, what have we got? Let's do the big cards first. So you have rising above, exceeding, no. Oh, that's weird. There's another card that says exceeding expectations that I read in my head. But that's not what it says here. So I'm going to take it as what's in my head. You have rising above, exceeding expectations. So there's something about you standing out here. You see how she's like, it's almost like you're exploding out of yourself. I feel like you may have been attracted to pile 2. Especially because you see how she's coming out of a lotus. So you may have recently, or you may be coming out of a hermit phase. And I think you're about to exceed your own expectations in something that you're about to do. And also I think you're about to exceed everybody else's expectations, but who gives a shit about them? It's only you that matters, right? I think you're about to exceed your own expectations. And see, with the blue stone, the blue apatite, this could be about a throat chakra blockage releasing. It's like your throat chakra is opening. It's like, here I am, see, here I am, look at me, I'm okay with being seen, I'm okay with being heard, here I am, right? You have, yeah, the judgment card, you have blossom. So I feel like there's a new beginning coming in for you, and you're gonna be, it's like you're blossoming. It's like you're really coming into yourself and being okay with like people seeing who you are. You know what I mean? You're blossoming. I really think there's something that's about to happen. You are going to exceed your own expectations, and you have the Page of Wands. Follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. So I think there's something that you're going to be doing that you're very passionate about. Could be something to do with speaking, writing, anything to do with communication, okay? You also have, we have a lot of cards. You have the Star. See, there could be something about being in the public eye with the Star. But I think you've come out of a healing period and now you're ready to be seen. I think your throat chakra has been healing. Also at the Star, follow your passion. The Star talks about doing something kind of, you know, a bit outside the box sometimes, like something like maybe like charity work, or like something to do with the healing arts, or, you know, like the arts, or something that speaks to your soul. Some kind of new profession or a new hobby that speaks to your soul. It's something that you're going to be very passionate about, and I think you're going to do a lot better than you expect in it. Like the Star and the rising above it, it's like you're going to be seen. You know, the Star is literally like the star. And you see how she's naked as well? You know, the Star is, it's all about here I am. Like, I'm not hiding myself anymore. I don't care what you think. I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you have, you know, I don't care what you think. I like me. Here I am. If you don't like me, then get lost. You know, you have the Sun as well. Look at that. It looks like she has she's holding the Sun. It's like you're creating something. It's like your creative side is coming out. See, that's the thing. I know this reading's very long, but it is what it is. The throat chakra governs creativity. Like, if you want to know more about it, you should check out my other channel. The link is in the description box. But the throat chakra is all about creativity. Like, when it's blocked, you're blocking who you are, because you might be a very creative person naturally, but because your throat chakra is blocked, it's difficult for it to come out. You know, because you might be a very good writer, or you might be a very good singer, or you might be a very good speaker, or like an artist or something, but it's been blocked because you've been hiding yourself. But again, I feel like with the Sun, it's like, here I am, I'm ready to shine. I'm ready to be seen, I'm ready to be heard. And I think you're creating something that's going to be very lucrative. Like the Sun is all about abundance. You also have the Devil. So you're getting past this devil energy that you were in. You have the Queen of Swords. You have the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Swords. And you have the Hierophant. Okay, there's something here. Some of you are going to be a teacher. With the Queen of Swords and the Hierophant, you're going to be a teacher for some of you. Again, it's something to do with communication. It feels like, you know, you can Google the Queen of Swords occupations, but like writer, making movies, counselor, YouTuber, teacher. Especially with the Hierophant, it's like spiritual teacher, school teacher, manager, something where people listen to you. It's like you're going to be speaking and they're going to be listening, or you're going to be writing and they're going to be listening. Or you're going to be, yeah. The Queen of Swords is all about extracting information and giving it to people. The Ace of Pentacles is some kind of new opportunity you're either going to be offered or you've created. And the Knight of Swords is very, very fast movement. And I think you may have had a block with your throat chakra because you have the Queen of Swords and the Devil. So you may have had a bit of a block about, you know, it's like keeping people out and not wanting to talk to them, or not wanting, because you may have been through a lot with the Queen of Swords, but I feel like that's being healed. And now you're like, here I am. I also feel like with the Devil and the Page of Wands, something might happen very suddenly. Like this, you may be noticed very suddenly, or you may be offered a job very suddenly, or something like that, okay? You also have, yeah, look, sudden wealth. I feel like that's why the Devil's here as well. You know, the Devil talks about, there might be so much, it's like the opportunity or the wealth or the, yeah, it's wealth. Like it comes in so fast, it kind of throws you a little bit. Like the success comes in so fast, it throws you and you're like a little overwhelmed, I want to say. Community, it's something to do with speaking or being seen, like working with people. See how you have community, and then the Hierophant, it's like people are going to be listening to you in some way. And you have toil and labor, so it's definitely something to do with your work. And you have imprisonment. So I feel like you're coming out of a cage as well. Also, if you've been doing, you know, if that's all you've been doing, like you've just been had your head down, working, that's about to change very quickly. Because I feel like this block was your throat chakra, like not wanting to be seen or heard. And also, like I say, it blocks the creativity. And they keep drawing my eye to this Eight of Wands that's sitting here. I feel like something's coming in very fast for you, pile number 3, okay? So it's like you're freeing yourself from this prison, and then it's just, you know, the success comes in really fast. So that is your message, pile number 3. I'm so sorry this was a long message, but that's what they gave me today. So that's the message. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I wish you many blessings, love and light. Take care.